Hello and welcome to the 30k channel, a channel dedicated to games set in the HORUS Heresy. And today we have a real treat for you today. I am really excited to say that today I have Andy, aka Dorn from Greetings from the Warp. G'day Andy, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
Excellent. And we have the legendary
legend
Capasa.
the Capasa. We have Pardo from the SNBattle Reports.
Hi guys.
Founder of the No Retreat event. G'day.
Thank you.
Thank you
David.
so much for coming.
No problem.
Excellent.
It's a pleasure.
You've travelled a long way.
He has travelled away, but not just for me though. Pardo, we've been at we're the Bank Holiday Monday after the Warhammer GT.
Yep.
Warhammer Fest. So Pardo and I competed in the Heresy event.
Yes, we did.
And Andy visited us on the Sunday,
absolutely,
and we had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah, it was an awesome event. Actually, it's been one of the best ones in a long time. So
I
awesome
thought it was a great day. Really cool.
Was.
Some good armies on display. There was quite a wide selection.
It was,
and it was really cool to meet. You know, I met a load of people that know me through the channel, and you met a load of guys who come to your events.
Yeah. Yes,
same as you, Andy.
Yeah, it was a good catch up. Really good.
Yeah, good catch up of old friends and meeting new ones as well. So it was great.
Met some great people. It was really awesome. So yeah, we're a little bit battle weary from the weekend.
Yeah, tiring.
But we're dedicated to bring you a good game. So here we are. So what we've got two beautiful armies. You know, we've got Dorn's amazing Imperial fists.
Thank you. Yes.
Love them.
Yeah.
2 Leviathans though.
Yeah, I couldn't quite get the third in.
We tried.
Unfortunately, we did. I was up all night painting it, but couldn't quite get it ready for today. So yeah, 2 Leviathans.
Wow.
I'm looking at Primarch, so
okay.
But it is cheese. I like Leviathans, so I don't mind taking them. So
but like you said, you're against the Primarch, so you needed something.
Something. Yeah. Pollux might need a little bit of help.
Yeah, he sure he will.
And Pardo, we've got your really lovely Iron Warriors, haven't we?
Thank you. Yeah,
really nice. Led by the man himself, the Potato King.
Yeah, Potato King.
I've never heard that.
I think that's what he's called. That's what Facebook tells me anyway.
Faturabo, no Faturabo.
Faturabo.
Right, okay.
So for the mission today, what we've got is we've got the Imperial Fist moving along a road through like a abandoned Imperial sector, and the Iron Warriors aren't keen about that.
Nope.
And
we want to stop that.
We do. But you've got a really unique army in that it's completely deep striking, isn't it?
Yes. I decided to go for something completely different. I hadn't played any HORUS Heresy events before, but I do play a lot of HORUS Heresy with other people. So I just wanted to make my list completely different. So I decided to go for full deep striking army. Perturabo makes them deep strike as from turn 1 if I won. So it was really cool to have a null deploy army on the table from turn 1. It made a lot of people think about it and what do I do? No, they're not expecting something like that. So yeah, it was really interesting and it worked really well. I ended up in 5th position.
You were 5th, yeah.
5th position out of I think 51 or 52. So I was really happy with that.
It's a really great result. And this army plays really well to the mission we've got here because Dorn is winding his way through a city, and then all of a sudden you've got this amazing
deep strike around me.
Iron Warriors, bomb, trying to stop the convoy.
Cool. Yeah.
It will be good.
I've never played an army like that in 30k, and I've played quite a few 30k games, so it's going to be quite fresh and unique to play that. Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait. So it's one of the reasons I agreed to come along and play this.
Yeah, it's quite fluffy as well because I can imagine the convoy coming in, the command tank sneaking in somewhere to allow them to deep strike in.
Perfect,
so it will be really cool.
It'll be awesome. And to represent this game, we're using the Noose mission. We're going to use the ambush deployment. Now, the ambush deployment is cool because we've got a big circle where Dorn will be deployed, and then we've got 2 table ends of which the Iron Warriors can deploy. But because of your deep striking, it works perfectly. So you can come anywhere on the board.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
So it works really well.
Spectacular.
So we'll get straight to it. We'll get straight to the list. These guys will tell you what they've got in their awesome armies, and then we'll meet you straight at the beginning of turn 1. At the moment, Iron Warriors are going first.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Yep, that'll be perfect. And we'll get to it. We'll see you very soon.
So this is 2,000 points of Imperial Fists led by Alexis Pollux, and I'm using the Rite of War, Pride of the Legion. HQ choice for this army is an obvious one for me. Alexis Pollux, he'll be leading the force, so he is my warlord. He's got a 3-up invulnerable saviors and a shield, and his power fist actually strikes at initiative if I round his attacks down to 1. So on the charge, he'll get 2 attacks striking at initiative 5 as power fist, which is quite cool. It's also a strength 10 as well, so that's a pretty cool one too. For Leech choice, I've gone for a Contemptive Mortars Dreadnought with 2 Kerry's Assault Cannons. So if I keep this one still, he can have the Interceptor rule, and Skyfire 2. So a really nice buff for flyers in my army there. For troops, I'm using some Tartarus Terminators with Storm Shields and Chain Fists. So they've all got a Chain Fist each, including the Sergeant. And the Sergeant's also got a Vigil Pattern Storm Shield. So an Imperial Fist special weapon there with the Storm Shield. They're going to be in a Land Raider Phobos. It is actually the armoured Proteus model. I like the look of it, so I actually proxy it as a Phobos with the assault rule, so those Terminators can come out of that and still assault. And I've asked Stephen, he doesn't mind me running it as that. For troops, again, I've got 2 squads of Legion veterans. Obviously, Pride of the Legion makes these as troops. They're both exactly the same mirror units, so both got 2 heavy flamers in, both in rhinos. And the Sergeant has got Artificer armour with just a close combat weapon, so they're not actually Thunderhammers. I just like the look of the weapon in there. And they will have the Sniper rule, so I'll be getting Rending on a 6 to wound with my bolters, which is especially good with Imperial Fist because the bolters hit on 2s. For heavy support, I've got 2 Leviathans, so I'll talk about the first Leviathan first. This one is coming down in a drop pod, and he is armed with a Grav Flux Bombard and a Claw. And he's also got a Phos Phoenix launcher on the top and 2 Volkite carbines coming out of his chest. So that's his armament. And then the second one is on foot. He has a Psychonic Melter Lance and a Siege Drill and the Phos Phoenix launcher on the top of him as well. They are both rocking Armoured Ceramite 2.
Okay guys, so this is my 2000 points of Traitor Iron Warriors led by the man himself, Praetorabo. My right of war is Primarchs Chosen, which allows me to take Terminator squads as troop choices. Okay, so we'll start with Praetorabo, with which my right of war makes him my HQ choice. I decided to put him in because he buffs my army really well. He allows all my force to come in via deep strike as from turn 1. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Everybody gets stubborn as well on the battlefield, so that helped me out quite a lot in the tournament. Okay, so this is my first troop choice. I basically have 3 more or less the same, but just the sergeants are equipped with different weapons. Apart from that, there's a plasma blaster in a second unit, but mainly they're all the same. Many of you will say, why have I kitted out each unit with so many different types of weapons? You normally see the same unit carrying either chain fists or power swords or lightning claws. Well, I was playing a GT, so I was up against a lot of different armies, and I wanted to cater for any unit I came up against. So if I came up with a unit that had initiative the same as me, I did want to attack with my lightning claws and some of my power swords to take some of his units out before I attacked with my lower initiative power fists and chain fists. So like I said, there's 3 units of troops that are Terminators. Next up we have my command squad. I'm not a big fan of command squads, but I really needed an extra unit to deep strike, and sadly enough I didn't have enough to make an extra troop choice, so I decided to go with a Terminator squad in Cataphractii armor. They look awesome, and it was an extra unit which would be able to deep strike as from turn 1. I've kitted them out with chain fists. As my second HQ slot, I decided to go with a command tank, which buffs up my army even more, makes them have a 2+ reserve roll as from turn 1. Also have a nice strength 8 AP3 lance barrage shot as from turn 1, which at the tournament itself helped me remove some tanks as from turn 1. A lot of people have asked me where this kit is from, as you don't see it a lot. This kit is from the Warhammer World's special command set, which you can only buy at Warhammer World. And last but no means least, I have my heavy support choice, which is a Leviathan, kitted out as much as possible. So I have my Melter Lance on one side, I've got my Siege Claw on the other side, and 2 Volkite chargers in the front with the Phosphex on the top. In his transport as well, coming in as from turn 1 automatically. I needed a strong punch on turn 1 to take out all the big stuff like the super heavies, and it worked wonderfully at the event. Normally taken out as from turn 2, but was really hard punching as from turn 1, so really happy with how it did.
Okay, before we start setting up, we're going to discuss the mission, and the mission is called the Noose from Book 6, which is Retribution, and we've chosen Ambush as a deployment, so I'll be setting up in the middle of the board. However, we have decided to modify the mission slightly, just for purposes of having a bit of fun.
Yeah, it will look better as well on the beautiful table we have set out.
So my primary mission is to get models off the board, so instead of like in the Noose having one exit point, we've actually chosen both corners of the board to be exit points, so the far corner there. So basically the road I've driven in on, so I'm going to set up in the middle of the board, so basically I need to get off either side of the board. And your mission really is to stop me.
Yeah, just basically stop you. So we'll modify it for like every unit that is on the battlefield, but at the end of the game, I'll get a point.
Point for that. Okay. So once I don't get off the board,
and we'll stay with attrition as normal.
Okay, great stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, it's awesome.
Look forward to the game.
Okay, guys, here we are. We're ready to go, aren't we, gents?
We are indeed.
Excited.
This is exciting.
It is.
Cool. So the Imperial fists have deployed. So you're Andy. You know, it's like a convoy, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. So we're trying to get Alexis off the board to get up to his phalanx in orbit. So we're going to head for the one of the board edge. So we've got two escape routes. One's going to be this corner, one's going to be that corner.
Yes.
I'm not going to seize because I want to see these Iron Warriors die. So I want them to land all around me and have a bit of fun.
Makes it more interesting.
Yeah, it does, absolutely. So yeah, absolutely.
And Pardo, your Damocles is deployed this building here, isn't it?
That's the only thing that's deploying at the moment. I'm currently going first, and I've decided to go in there. It has a 24-inch bubble where my army will not scatter if they deep strike in, so it's interesting. It's going to be an interesting turn one.
Great stuff. Okay, so let's have a friendly handshake to begin
I'll
with.
Give him a hug.
Absolutely. Good luck. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll go straight into Iron Warriors turn one.
Oof. Iron Warriors turn one movement. I've used Perturabo's special rule for most of my army to come in from reserves on a 2+ because of the command Rhino. My Leviathan has landed behind the convoy, ready to shoot at the Land Raider, and most of my other units, bar one, which I decided not to come in on turn one, has come in and surrounded the convoy. Most of the units, actually all of the units, have not scattered because of the 24-inch bubble from the command Rhino. It's looking awesome, and we can't wait. Iron Warriors turn one shooting. We forgot to mention before that it is night fighting is in effect. I'm going to start with my melter shots on the Leviathan, hitting the rear of the Land Raider. He has
Armored
Ceramite. So I need 2s to hit. So only one hit. Great start. And I need a 6 to glance. Nothing. My next up, we'll shoot his other melter from his close combat weapon. 2s to hit. No hits. So 3 misses on turn one. Not the great of a start. Next up is the first Terminators that have come in. I've got a Plasma Blaster in there. I want to stop the convoy from traveling forward, as it's the main objective of the mission. So the Plasma Blaster firing at the Rhino in the center of the battlefield. Needing 3s to hit. So 1 hit, and needing 4s to glance. 1 pen.
So night fighting save of 6 up.
Oh, it's a pen, so it's gone through. AP 2, yeah. So it's a 1. Shaken. I needed some support, so I ordered in some ordnance barrage from up above, and I managed to target the center Rhino with 2 blasts, as it's D3 blasts, managing to wreck it and forcing Dorn's veteran squads to disembark. Next up is the Damocles Rhino with his 1 large blast. It's a lance, so I decided to go for the Land Raider, as the Leviathan only managed to glance it. I said on camera I was wrong. I got a 5 and it's strength 9 on his melter lance. Sadly, I don't get line of sight on it, so it fully scattered a total of 11 inches, landing just beside, just warning the Imperial fists that more are coming. Final shot of the turn is the man himself, Perturabo, with his awesome wrist cannon. Strength 6, AP 3 rending shots. He's got 3 shots which are twin linked. So I'm aiming at the rhino at the front of the convoy. So I need 2s to hit, twin linked, and now I need 5s to glance. 6s are rending. So 2 glances. And night fighting saves.
Night fighting saves.
Oof,
just
one glance. So end of turn 1, Iron Warriors. It has been an okay round, I guess. I've managed to stop one of the transports from conveying forward. Shame about the Leviathan not being able to penetrate the Land Raider, but I guess that's part of the game. It happens. So, and it makes it a bit more interesting, doesn't it? So that's my end of turn.
Imperial Fist move in turn 1. So to react to the threat, what's landed all around me, I've turned my Land Raider around and I've disembarked with the Tartarus Terminators and Alexis Pollux. I'm going to see if I can take out that Leviathan with my chain fists. The men what got blew up out of their Rhino have just formed rank to fire some bolters into the Terminators in front of them, with the Sergeant behind directing orders there. And then at the other end of the board, I've zoomed my Rhino in front of the Terminators. I'm hoping they're not going to be there by the end of this turn, so I can then flat out and make a bolt for the exit. And then the 2 Leviathans are standing proud, one with a Grabfox Bombard to blow a hole in those Terminators, and then another one with the Melter Lance to deal with the threat in front of him. I've lined up my Contemptor Mortis to fire 12 shots at Perturabo to see if I can take a few wounds. There's a bit of a Mexican standoff in the middle of the board. Imperial Fist turn 1 shooting. The Land Raider is going to open fire with the Leviathan using his las cannons. So 2 shots from both of them, twin linked, hitting on 3s. So 2 hits, and then it's armor 13.
Yes, it is.
So I need in 5s and 6s. Got the pen. Sorry, 1 glance and 1 pen. If you would like to take the glance first of all, 4 up invulnerable save.
Yep.
Saved it, and if you'd like to take the pen now.
No.
Goes through. Right, okay. So damage result, and it's AP2, so 6 will destroy it.
Destroy it.
Ooh.
So it's immobilized.
It's immobilised. Okay, great stuff. So Alexis is going to use his cheeky little melter gun from underneath his power fist to shoot the Leviathan as well. He's got armor termites, so I won't be getting 2d6, but it's worth a shot to take a hull point. So hits, and again it's melter. This is only fails to wound now, unfortunately. Next up, we've got the veterans opening fire on the Terminators. So firing the heavy flamers first, and I've managed to score 9 bodies underneath the template. So I've got 9 veteran flamers, obviously AP2 on A6 with the sniper special rule, and these will be wounding on 3s due to heavy flamer strength 5. So let's see what I get. Okay, so no runs unfortunately there, but actually quite a few armor saves for you to make there.
So it's easier. So 2s.
Oh, invincible. Lovely. As expected, the heavy flamers did nothing because our true strength is in our Imperial Fist bolters. So these bad boys are going to hit on 2s, and they are snipers, so wounded on 4s, and 6s are AP2. So 2s to hit. There's a bit of magic going on in the middle of the board. So on that one there. Okay, so 3 misses there, which is grand. And now 4s, and obviously 6s are rending, so we're looking for the 6s. There's a few there. Ooh. Fantastic. So 4s and for armor saves, and then the 5 AP2s there. So if you want to take the armor saves first.
Okay.
2+.
Sure will. So 2+.
Oh,
good.
The armor's sick.
Move these out of the way. And now Tartarus 5+ invulnerable save.
Oh, not bad.
3.
3. Cool. Continuing with the Imperial Fist shooting, I'm going to fire my Mortis Contemptor at the main man himself, Perturabo. So I've got 12 shots coming from the dual Kerry's assault cannons here, needing 2s to hit. Okay, great stuff. 1 miss there, and now I need 4s to wound his toughness 6.
Yep.
And any 6s will be rending on AP2. So just the 1 rend, but quite a few wounds there, so that's good. Should you want to take your armor saves first,
yep.
Stephen?
These are my armor saves. I'll take that one. That's invulnerable save.
Okay.
So 2s. Loses 3.
Massive.
And 3+. Saved.
Saved it. Yeah. Fantastic result. Imperial Fist shooting is over now, and it was a spectacular turn for the Imperial Fist, doing what they do very well, shooting stuff. So if we start over here, great, Leviathan is now immobilised, so I can deal with that. And then the squad got out. The veterans here slain a few of the Terminators, so that's absolutely great. Man of the match so far, the Contempt of Mortis in the middle there, managed to strip a mighty 3 wounds off the Primarch himself in an epic show of bullets flying through that corridor. And then over here, the Leviathans made short work of 8 Terminators from 2 different squads, which allowed, and it was my plan all along, the Rhino to then flat out into the gap made by the Leviathans so they can escape off the board and hopefully get me 2 victory points. But I know there may be some more reserves coming on the table in the Iron Warriors next turn, so we'll see where they land. Very interesting. Imperial Fist, turn 1 assault, and the early assault is the Terminators with Alexis has gone into the Dreadnought. Now I'm choosing to round Alexis's attacks down to 1, which gives me the Power Fist striking at initiative 5. However, on the turn he charges, he still gets his +1 attack. So basically I've got 2 attacks with Pollux striking at initiative 5. I'm doing this so actually I can attack and potentially destroy the Leviathan Dreadnought before he can dish out any damage back on me. So this is Alexis now shooting the Leviathan, sorry, assaulting the Leviathan. 1 hit, but the fist is mastercrafted. Still 1 hit, and it's strength 10. 6 goes through. So if you'd like to follow up. No, so we'll see the result on this. And he's done it. He's ripped it out.
Wow. Ouch.
That's why we've... Here's me Warlord. Yes. Very good. Are you okay, hun?
I need a tea or...
Yeah, I need a tea.
Or a shot of vodka.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. End of Imperial Fist turn 1, and very dramatic turn. Really pleased with how they performed. Some epic battles in terms of combat. Leviathan punched 1 punch through the chest, blew it up. The strength was 6 when it blew up, and actually it didn't wound any of my guys, and I consolidated 4 inches towards the edge of the board, trying to escape Tarabo's wrath. So excellent turn for me.
Iron Warriors turn 2 movement. My last unit of troops, Terminators, have arrived via deep strike. I had to risk it because I had to stop Dorn's HQ and Terminator squad to get to their objective point. So I risked it, didn't deep strike, didn't scatter, sorry, and landed just in front. So that's awesome for me. Good start to the turn. My other Terminator squad moved forward towards the lines of the Imperial Fist, who had just shot them, hoping for revenge. Then I moved Perturabo up to the back of the Leviathan, hoping to shoot at it with his wrist cannon first on the rear, and then hopefully assault it. And then my last command squad Terminator just moved just up towards the Rhino, hoping for a kill there for the attrition. And that's about it. Iron Warriors turn 2 shooting phase. My recently deep struck Terminators have shot at the approaching Terminators, managing to successfully kill 1, so that's a good start from them. Perturabo is looking for revenge for his fallen command squad members and his other troops.
I love Leviathan.
Yeah. So he's going to shoot at the back of the Leviathan with his wrist cannon, strength 6, AP2 rending. So I need 6s, I need 2s to hit, twin linked, and 6s to rend, which are automatic penetrating hits. So 2s, all hit. I need that again. Come on, SN dice. My second Terminator squad on the center of the board have also shot against the veterans that shot back at them on turn 1, and managed to kill 1 with its plasma blaster. And so it's looking good for my second turn shooting phase. Iron Warriors turn 2 assault phase. A great assault phase from me. I think it's turned things around not in my favor, but the game is looking a lot more favorable. Yes. Yeah. It was a very strong turn 1 from Dorn. So my Terminator squad in the center assaulted into the veterans in front and basically slaughtered them killing 8. Dorn managed to fail his leadership test, and I sweep in advance them. So that was great from them. On the other side, my lonely command squad Terminator assaulted into the Rhino, blowing it up with ease, and that was an extra point for me for the attrition mission. So very, very happy with my assault phase, and looking forward to Dorn's. Looking forward to Pretorabo's assault.
So my Leviathan is attacking first due to higher initiative, and I've got the siege drill against Perturabo. So wish I had the claw, but here goes. So I've got 4 attacks, and I'm hitting on 4s due to Perturabo having a higher weapon skill. So 4 attacks, 3 hits, and 2's required. 3 invulnerable saves to make.
2 wounds left. I need 3s or more.
So you take
1
1
down.
wound, but it's still alive.
So Perturabo has 4 attacks, plus 1 for charging. I'm attacking last because his hammer is unwieldy, just in case. So hitting on 3s. So hits with 3. I've got the tank hunter rule. I need 3s to glance. So tank hunter. So 2 penetrating hits.
Okay, so 2 4-up saves.
Oh,
I
he
made
bosses them.
both of them.
Ooh. So end of my turn. A relatively good turn for me. I managed to take the veteran squads in the middle out. Sadly, I did not manage to blow up the Leviathan or glance it with some bad rolling from me. I did roll for my It Will Not Die and managed to get a 5 on it, so he's back on 4 wounds. So he's back on 2 wounds instead of 1. So interesting turn 2 for me.
The Leviathan passed its blind test from the hammer.
Yes, it
That
did.
was an initiative test, and I passed that. And the squad which got blown out of its own Rhino passed its pinning checks, and they're not pinned. Imperial Fist turn to moving. The Terminators move towards the new threat, which Deep Striked in last turn, to engage those into assault and hopefully escape off the board. So it'll be an interesting battle there. Move the Land Raider just slightly back so he can get some las cannon shots off at the drop pod, because it is an attrition mission. The Contemptor Mortis in the middle there just moved back slightly because I couldn't really quite draw line of sight due to exploding Rhino onto the Terminator. So hopefully I'll engage them in some overwatching or maybe next turn. Perturabo's locked in combat with my Leviathan, so that'll stay there. I move my second Leviathan with the Siege Claw up to engage the lone Terminator, and as the mission states I need to get off the board, I've moved my veterans towards the board edge to hopefully score me some points. Imperial Fist shooting, turn 2. The Land Raider shot 2 las cannons at the drop pod and did nothing, so a bit disappointed about that. However, the Mortis Contemptor fired at the 3 Terminators and got 7 wounds and destroyed those, and then we just dived into assault. Imperial Fist turned to assault. My Leviathans just charged in with a Siege Claw, spinning around. I did 2 wounds on Hammer Wrath, but that Terminator armor was really, really thick. I then had 5 attacks with only hitting with 1 of those on a 3+. And then Stevens managed to save with an invulnerable save on that. So the Terminator, with his chain fist, unfortunately, is now going to strike back against
So will he be
my
the
Leviathan.
hero of the day, as he sees Perturabo just fighting the other Leviathan on the other side? So he
Just
needs,
show him how it's done.
let's do this. So I need 4s to hit. 1 hit. It's chain fist. So it's a pen.
Okay. So I'll get a 4-up invulnerable.
Oh, he does it again.
Oh, unbelievable. The assault we've been looking forward to, the Leviathan versus Perturabo. The Leviathan striking first due to higher initiative, and he's only got 2 wounds left, so I may be killing a Primarch and celebrating for Terra and for Dorn. So 4 attacks, needing 4s to hit here. Okay, so I've got the 2 hits I needed, 2s to wounds. 2 wounds, if you fail these, is a dead Primarch.
3+ invulnerable. Whoa, just about.
Gosh, okay. So he's down to 1 wound.
Down to 1 wound, so I've got 4 attacks back. I've been warming these dice up for the last 5 minutes, so 3s to hit.
Okay, you need to warm him a bit more.
Tank hunter, so I need 3s. A pen, I can re-roll that, and I think I should.
If you choose to reroll it,
Yeah,
yeah,
I will.
you can, okay.
So
2 pens. Brilliant. Okay, so 2 4-up invulnerable saves.
Yes.
You know I like making these.
You shouldn't? Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Oh, yes!
No!
Yes! I'm so sorry.
Oh.
But that's the way it goes, isn't it? Continuing with the Imperial Fist Assault phase, we're going for Alexis had to issue a challenge due to the Imperial Fist special rule in the Legion of Astartes. So he's challenged the squad captain, and you've accepted that challenge. And I'm going to use my special rule, my Power Fist, so I'll strike at initiative again with 2 attacks, and this is mastercrafted. So higher weapon skill, so I need 3s to hit, both hits, and 2s. So 2 wounds, so 2 invulnerable saves for him.
5+. He's gone, so
Okay.
2 die.
2 die, yeah. Continue with this assault. So I've got 12 attacks with my Tartarus Terminators, hitting on 4s. These are they're using their chain fists. Chain fist obviously has no effect on infantry, but they still count as a power fist. So 5 hits and 2s to kill. But Stephen gets his attacks back, so that's 4. But you get all your attacks back there. Oh, sorry, invulnerable save. I beg your pardon.
I'll attack back anyway. So 5+. So 3 dead.
Okay.
So my Terminators are attacking back at this same initiative.
Yep.
So that's 8 attacks in on 4s. So 3. And 2s. 2 wounds. 3 wounds.
3 wounds. So with my Storm Shields, I get a 3-up invulnerable save, which I fail 1. So 1 Imperial Fist Terminator dies.
Iron Warriors turn 3. Shooting. Movement, shooting, and assault phase. My command tank moved around the ruin, took a cheeky shot at the veteran squad, but failed to wound. On the other side of the battlefield, the Terminator that was falling back passed his leadership test and shot at the Terminators in front, but failed to hit. And now we're back into combat.
So it's the Iron Warriors assault phase. I attack first due to high initiative on my Leviathan. So 4 attacks with the claw, hitting on 3s. So better this time, 3 hits, wounded on 2s. That's 3 invulnerable saves.
So 4+ invulnerable save. Oh, nearly.
So close.
So he's down.
So my Leviathan attacking Perturabo. I've got 4 attacks with the drill. Needing 4s to hit him due to high weapon skill on Perturabo. 2 hits, 2 wounds, so 2 invulnerables.
Dun. So he's
he
past
makes.
them. So 4 attacks back. So hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Need 3s to glance with Tank Hunter. So a glance and 2 pens.
Shall I take the glance first?
Yes, sir.
So 4 up. No, goes through. And the 2 pens.
Pass.
Save the 2 pens. Imperial Fist, turn 3. Summary. So the Terminators moved towards the board edge to get off there, and they assaulted the lone Iron Warriors Terminator and killed him. And they consolidated towards the board edge to try and get their victory points. The Land Raider then turned and fired a drop pod, causing 2 hull points on it. Got a glance and a penetrating hit, but failed to destroy it. So the Careys assault cannons from the Mortis opened up on it and got a last hull point on a glance on a 6. And then over here, the veterans moved towards the board edge, and the Leviathan just edging backwards with them to protect them in case the monster breaks free of that combat and then comes charging after them. Imperial Fist assault, the Leviathan versus Perturabo. Unfortunately, last turn I got blinded by his hammer. Is that right?
Yes,
His hammer caused me blinded. So I failed that. So now I'm rolling 5 to hit due to being weapon skill 1 from the blind test I failed. So 4 attacks, 5's required. And I wouldn't have even hit if I was not blinded. So this is his time.
Perturabo's attacking back. So 3s to hit. All hits.
Oh, wow.
This is what I needed.
Oh, wow.
So 3s to glance with Tank Hunter. So
Okay,
1
those,
pen.
yeah.
So 4 pens.
Wow, right, okay, so 4 invulnerable saves. Let me just swap some of those dodgy dice out. Okay. Oh, well, he's definitely gone, so
he's
see what
gone.
happens if he blows up or
Yep,
not.
he's
So.
MP 1.
Yeah.
So I need 5s. And it's boom.
It is indeed, yeah. So that has blown up there. Okay, so at the end of Imperial Fist turn 3, and Pertrabo's on the loose now, unfortunately. He destroyed that Leviathan with that hammer.
I really needed that.
He's got one wound.
I should have dealt with the Leviathan probably 2 turns ago.
Yeah,
but
that roll
sadly
was,
my rolls were really bad, but I've dealt with him. It's now my turn next.
And I think I know what he's going to assault.
Yeah, so fingers crossed he can take another one out. Iron Warriors turn 4, movement, shooting and assault. I moved Perturabo up as close as possible to the Leviathan and shot at it with my wrist cannon as it's rending, hoping for sixes, but failed to glance or penetrate it. Dorn, Andrew shot at me. Overwatch, but again didn't
do a wound, unfortunately.
So we're into the really epic assault phase.
Yeah. So Leviathan gets 4 attacks with his claw. Claw's special rule is if any wounds, I can then turn that potentially to.
I'm on my last wound.
You're on your last wound, so this will be good. So to hit, 3 hits. Oh, only 2 wounds, so 2, 3 up saves. Yes! He saved him. Oh, this is big. This is big. But he's not going to hit him, so this is cool.
So 3 is to hit. Oh, he hits him. I need 3s to glance.
Oh, it's big.
Are
you going to re-roll the 3? Re-roll it. Get a pen.
Yes, he does.
Wow,
4 pens.
This is big. So
it's big. It's big.
4 invulnerables. I've been saving them all game. Oh, 2 go through. So what's your AP?
AP 1.
A 5 will do him. This is big.
Oh!
2 hull points gone, and I'm shaken. Stunned, isn't it?
Stunned. So now you need to do
a blind test, isn't it?
And a concussive.
Oh right, okay. So blind
passes.
Do I test for concussive?
No, you concuss.
Oh right, I just concuss straight away. Okay.
So a very interesting turn 4 actually. I managed to remove 2 hull points off the Leviathan and nearly exploded it. I was a bit unlucky on the last 2 final rolls, but it's been very interesting. Andrew passed his blind test.
I did, yes.
So we have an interesting next turn of assault.
Imperial Fist turn 4, so a bit of movement. I've moved the Terminators with Pollux towards the board edge, and I ran them because I need to get them off the board. Land Raider moved up and then moved flat out to get close to the board edge, and then the Contemptor moved and ran to get close to the board edge too. The Leviathans are still stuck in combat, and then the Veterans over the far end moved 6, and then I looked for a lucky 5 or 6 to get them off the board, but unfortunately I rolled a 3, and they moved ever closer to that board edge there. So straight into assault, where the Leviathan is going to destroy, hopefully, the Primarch of the Iron Warriors. Okay, so I didn't get blinded last turn.
No, you didn't.
Passed my test, which is great. So I've got 4 attacks, hitting you on 4s.
Oh,
okay, 2 hits, not too bad, and 2
wounds.
2 wounds. So he's got 2 invulnerable saves to make.
Yeah.
Oh! That was his last wound.
Rabble's down.
How are you feeling?
It was an awesome game, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, so that claw was going to be pretty deadly. So even if you're on 2 or 3 wounds, it may have slipped through you there. So.
Yeah, my first couple of rolls at the beginning of the game with his armor saves of 2+, and I got a couple of 1s. That
you did, yeah.
Changed the game dramatically.
Absolutely, yeah.
It was awesome, and the special mission was awesome as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I've had a really good.
Hope you enjoyed, guys.
Okay, guys, so we're going to go out the front and have a little chat about the game, and we'll see you in a second.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're back. Andy, turn 4.
Turn 4, and it's done.
Did him by turn 4, Pardo.
I know.
It's what we find with these deep strike armies. The game's
exactly.
going to be over very quick. It all happens in turn 1.
All my deep strikes on turn 1, so it's normally a shorter game.
I think you did the right thing, though. You know, Andy needed to get units off the board.
Yeah.
You needed to stop him and slow him down.
I had to stop it as soon as possible. There wasn't much I can do. I left 1 in reserve just in case something bad happened, which did happen actually, and I brought the other one in turn 2, but it was a must. I couldn't think about it. It was like all or nothing as from turn 1.
Yeah.
definitely. And it strictly wasn't a proper wipeout because the Damocles was still left in the turn.
Yeah,
but
of course
it's
it was,
fair
yeah.
to assume that Andy would have got a majority of his units off, or they would have hunted the Rhino and did him at least a couple of turns. So we were reasonably happy with that. That is the inherent problem with deep striking armies, I think. But I also think they can just take people by surprise. So I think it's very situational about how it works out and how it happens. But I thought you both put a great game in. I was secretly praying that Perabo was going to go through both of those Leviathans, boff, and they would have got into that veteran squad at the end, done him.
He slowly warmed up, didn't he? It was like, I'll take it
Just
slow,
couldn't
and
get
then at the end. So,
interesting
it was
one.
cool.
But some unlucky rolls from Perabo, but some great invulns on your Leviathans, Andy. Fantastic.
Well, I said at the beginning of the game, they either die turn 1, or they're still running around at the end of the game. Nothing can stop them, even Primarch. So that's the power of them Leviathans. So
really
and it's interesting when you start adding 2, 3, God forbid 6. it gets very interesting.
It was still cool. We had a Leviathan on each side, and then you had one more, and I had a Primarch as well. So so it really balanced things out.
Yeah, it's good.
It was cool.
Absolutely.
Great stuff. And now you've both bought some units back. So Andy, we'll start with you. You've bought Pollux back.
Yeah, so the 405th captain, it comes in around about 180 points. You don't quote me on that, but actually for his points, very, very good, very, very tactical as well. He can make a unit deep strike. He can move a unit before the game actually starts as well. So that's really, really cool. In this game, definitely start of the show. I mean, you walk up to a Leviathan, initiative 5 with your power fist, strength 10. And you blow him up, and that's what I mean about Leviathans. They either survive or they go turn 1 and yawn. So unfortunately,
he was definitely man of the match.
Definitely. So he's made all his points back in and more just with that one round of combat. So great little guy, little cheeky combi melter underneath his fist as well.
I've never noticed that.
You've never noticed that. The way it's angled, you can't really see it on the model unless you're picking it up. But great little buff. I'm so pleased I brought him against.
It's quite fluffy as well because he's in all the storylines with the Iron Warriors and all.
Yeah, versus the Iron Warriors, that's a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah,
kind of thing. So
it was cool.
We're coming out again. So he's my man of the match.
He's your man. You love it.
Blessed by Dawn.
He loves it. And Pardo, you brought 2 back, haven't you?
Yeah, I brought 2. I think my man of the match or moment of the match really was my command squad chosen Terminator. He took a whole round of Leviathan.
I charged him.
Charging Leviathan. He took a whole round of it and
survived.
Survived, hit back, penetrated, but you managed to get your invulnerable save. So he's definitely, I think, my man of the match. I also brought back Perturabo because he's a Primarch. He's awesome. Was apart from the command tank, the last man standing. He did take a Leviathan out a bit slow. He should have done it before, but a bit slow. 2 wounds on the other ones. A total of 6 hull points off Leviathan. So he did good.
That hammer should go at initiative. He's a Primarch.
I know.
It should go at initiative. If Pollux can have a power fist at initiative, I'm pretty sure Perturabo can have one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bit.
Yeah.
I know. It's sad. That's the only problem. He can strike at normal initiative with his strength 6, but when you're fighting things like Leviathans or other Primarchs, you just want to hit them with strength 10.
You shouldn't be stealing other people's weapons.
Yeah, exactly. It's got stolen, so he deserves it, doesn't he?
Good stuff. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed the game. It's certainly been a mixed emotion for me filming it. It was all over the shop, but yeah, it was good.
You okay, Han?
I feel a bit. Tender.
It was.
Yeah, you looked a bit.
After 5 games at the GT and then a dramatic game today, I'm feeling a bit fragile.
Wow.
Yeah. But we need to quick mention your involvement. So, Andy, greetings from the Warp.
Yeah, so we've got a great HERESY event coming up on the 8th and 9th of July, which is a 2-day kind of narrative weekend, which we're so looking forward to. We're planning on doing another one later on in the year, so if you're unable to get a ticket this time, because we have sold out, and we will do another one, we'll post it all on our Facebook group, Greetings from the Warp. So if you've not checked us out on there, check us out on there. It's a great community, great little group. And we look forward to running that event. There's going to be a painting competition there as well, so if you haven't got a ticket and you still want to come to the event, you can do. You can enter into the painting competition. I think we've got I know for sure we've got some Golden Demon winners judging the painting competition as well, so it'd be good to just hang around with those and get some advice off of those as well, because one of the Golden Demon winners is going to be doing some painting tuition on the day, a little bit, just showing little bits and bobs, nothing like a whole day's course, but actually how to maybe weather a door or do some lenses and stuff like that. So yeah, it should be really, really good, and all the information for that is on our Facebook group, and that's over in Earthling Borough in Northamptonshire.
Great, thank you, Andy. And Pardo, you know, we've got HORUS HERESY No Retreat 2 coming up.
Yep, end of September.
I think we're all going,
I'm
aren't
going,
we?
yeah.
Yeah, we're
Book me
both
flight.
going.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I bought me sun cream and I booked me flight.
Yeah. Make sure you do. It's summer still there, so it's going to be very, very hot. Nice weather. Beautiful weather.
And I know Andy and I are really looking forward to that.
Yeah,
so.
I definitely am. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, cool.
Great stuff. And there'll be links to both of these guys' ventures in the comments and description below. Now, also, if you want to follow these guys on Instagram, you can do so. Andy, you are
Andy69 with an I. Don't know why. It's just one of those things.
You can follow SNBattle Reports on Facebook and on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we're on both social media, so feel free to follow us.
Great stuff. And I'll flash both those up on the bottom as well. We have taken photos from this game, so when the game's released, the photos will be on Facebook. Go to the Instagram page, go to the Facebook page. Please like. We'd love to hear your comments about this awesome game and the armies. And if you've got any questions direct for these guys, you can contact them via the Facebook.
Instagram would be great.
Would be cool. Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah. Awesome.
Gents, thank you so much. Pardo, I know you put a lot of time and effort to come into England and come to the channel today.
It's been a pleasure. It's been like, since the channel started, when I've known you just for a couple of months from the last No Retreat, but since the channel started, it's like amazing to have been here and be at the studio. So awesome.
Fantastic news. And Andy, thank you again for coming. You're only local, so we're going to try and get you on again, aren't we?
Definitely, yeah. It's been a cool day. I've really enjoyed it. So thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Great,
thank you, David.
Stephen, thank you, Andy.
Cheers, buddy.
Great stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll speak to you very, very soon.